Today, I'm showing you a way to correctly shape and stretch Neapolitan pizza dough. So, taking your dough out of the tray, keep that bottom sticky part up, out of the flour, trust me, because what we're going to do is grab the sides, pull them towards the top part, because what we're doing is rounding the dough out. So it's a circle. After it's a circle, we could dust it with flour, and now I'm going to show you how I stretch the dough. I use my 2 fingers, and I keep that smooth part on top, and I start by pressing the outer part. I turn the pizza and repeat. What I'm doing here is I'm dispersing larger air bubbles throughout the entire pizza. And what this will do is give structure when the dough is finally baked. This way, your pizza won't be floppy. So trust me on this one. After the dough becomes 8 to 10 inches, let's pick the dough up from the table and just pull and turn the dough clockwise with half of the dough sitting on the bottom side of the table so that it's not fully stretching in the air. We want to go around maybe 2 full rotations until the outer part is thin. So now your center part should be thick. That's when I put my knuckles under the pizza and I gently and slowly start to turn and stretch the pie. I'm going to show you later in this video what it looks like on the underside. But what I essentially did was stretch the outer part first, and I'm finishing by stretching the center part. Now that our pizza is perfectly stretched throughout, I'm dusting that bottom sticky part, pulling all of the flour off of the table, and I'm placing the pizza down. This way, the bottom is nice and dry, and from crust to crust, this pizza is stretched to the perfect thickness. This stretching technique is a little untraditional, but it makes sense. Your pizza slices won't have any flop, and it will never be soupy, I promise. So, as you can see that this dough here has a corner piece, simply pull that corner into the center sticky part of the dough. This way your dough comes out the perfect circle. Now I'm ready to dust it with flour fully, but here I'm going to show you the wrong way how to stretch Neapolitan pizza dough. Okay, maybe no one has taught you the correct way, but doing this will create that soupy Neapolitan pizza mess that you do not want, okay? So after establishing that crust or cornicione, some will just pick that pizza directly up, put their knuckles under, and just start stretching that center part out, while the crust area is super thick. And this is not good whatsoever, because the gradient of your crust goes from super thick to super thin towards the center. And what this does is it makes a pool where all your ingredients will soup into the center part while cooking in the oven. As you can see, the crust is super heavy, super doughy, and the center is so thin. Imagine slicing this pizza and picking it up. It's going to flop. And that is no good, because you want your pizza eating experience to be just as good as the toppings and the quality. And yes, this dough is cold. It's from the fridge, but it's at peak fermentation, so that when it hits the oven, it will have a great oven spring. If you didn't know, a pizza can be a completely different eating experience depending on who stretched and baked the dough, even with the exact same ingredients. It can transform the entire outcome. Depending on how one stretched the dough from the other, it might be light and airy, whereas the other, chewy and more rustic, simply because of the person who made it. So in today's video, please hit the like and subscribe button, because I'm teaching you how to make a light and airy dough stretched to be the perfect Neapolitan pizza, okay? So right here is the correct method, where I'm pulling and turning the dough at least 1 or 2 revolutions, and then I finish by tucking my knuckles underside of the pizza and stretching it in midair. Here's a better angle for you all. As you can see, I keep my hands entirely towards the outer part of the crust, because I want gravity to do its work. I don't want to make the center part too thin. I want the center to be the same thickness towards even the outer part of the pizza. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something, because I want you to create the best Neapolitan pizza you can, and this technique always works. This is an example, and this will be the undercarriage because your pizza has the correct thickness. Not to mention, the size of your pizza will look really great, and this is what Neapolitan pizza should be. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.